This is what will really happen to your body if you practice the mountain climber exercise every day. What if there was a simple exercise, without sophisticated machines, that can strengthen virtually your entire body, improve posture, and even support your sexual vitality? Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But it's real. And most people over 50 have never heard of it. It's called the mountain climber. At first glance, it seems like just a simple movement of bringing your knees alternately toward your chest in a plank position. But don't be fooled. This movement trains strength, balance, cardiovascular endurance, and even bone health in a way that few exercises can. And the best part? You can practice it at home, without any equipment, using only your body weight. No complicated movements, and with the possibility of adapting the intensity according to your current physical condition. Before we begin, tell me in the comments your name and how long you've been training. Benefit number 1. Cardiovascular improvement. The mountain climber is a true enhancer of your heart health. When you perform this exercise regularly, you're essentially creating a mini cardiovascular circuit at home. The quick and alternating movement of the legs elevates your heart rate to the ideal training zone, strengthening your heart muscle with each repetition. What makes this exercise particularly valuable for people over 50 is that it promotes cardiovascular adaptation without the harmful impact of many aerobic activities. Your heart learns to pump blood more efficiently, which means that, over time, it won't need to work as hard to supply your body with oxygen during everyday activities. Researchers from the University of Michigan found that interval exercises like the mountain climber can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 35% when practiced regularly. This is especially important considering that heart problems become significantly more prevalent after 50. A common mistake is believing that only prolonged activities like walking or swimming benefit the heart. In fact, short and intense sessions of mountain climbers can be even more effective for improving arterial elasticity, a crucial indicator of cardiovascular health that naturally decreases with age. Number 2. Increased joint mobility. Joint stiffness is one of the most common complaints after 50. The mountain climber acts as a natural lubricant for your joints, especially hips, knees, and ankles. The dynamic movement increases the production of synovial fluid, that viscous substance that works as oil for your joints. When you practice the mountain climber, each repetition stimulates a controlled movement through a full range of motion. This movement pattern keeps the joints nourished and functional, preventing the cartilage degradation that often occurs with age and sedentary lifestyle. The secret lies in the combination of movement and support that the exercise provides. While one arm and one leg are stable, the other limbs are in motion, creating a perfect balance between stability and mobility that your joints need to stay healthy. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that functional exercises like the mountain climber can increase joint range of motion by up to 15% after just 8 weeks of consistent practice. This is particularly relevant for people over 50 who tend to lose between 3 to 5% of joint mobility per decade. Remember that joint mobility is not just a matter of comfort, it's a crucial component of physical independence as we age. The ability to squat to pick something up from the floor, reach high shelves, or simply get up from a chair without pain is directly related to the health of your joints. Number 3. Increased bone density. One of the lesser-known but extremely important aspects of the mountain climber is its positive impact on bone health. Osteoporosis and bone density loss are serious concerns after 50, especially for women after menopause, who can lose up to 20% of their bone mass in the first 5 to 7 years after this period. The mountain climber creates what experts call controlled impact load on the bones. Each time you move a leg forward and stabilize your body, you're generating forces that stimulate osteoblasts, the cells responsible for bone formation. It's like telling your bones, "Hey, we need to be strong here." What many people don't know is that bones respond to mechanical demands exactly like muscles respond to strength training. They adapt and strengthen. However, unlike high-impact exercises that can be problematic for sensitive joints, the mountain climber offers the necessary stimulus without overloading knees or hips. The National Osteoporosis Foundation recognizes that resistance exercises with body weight are essential for maintaining bone health. Research indicates that individuals who practice such exercises regularly show significantly higher bone mineral density when compared to sedentary people of the same age. A common mistake is believing that only calcium and vitamin D supplementation are enough to maintain healthy bones. The truth is that the mechanical stimulus provided by exercises like the mountain climber is equally important, as it signals to the body where and how to strengthen bone structure. Number 4. Improved insulin sensitivity. The mountain climber is a powerful ally in controlling blood glucose levels, an aspect of health that becomes increasingly crucial after 50. When you perform this exercise, your large muscles, quadriceps, glutes, core, consume glucose rapidly as fuel, helping to reduce blood sugar levels naturally. This exercise works as a glucose transporter to your cells. The rapid and alternating movement of the legs increases the expression of GLUT4 receptors on cell membranes, which are the doors through which glucose enters cells. The more you practice, the more efficient these doors become, improving your insulin sensitivity. Researchers from Harvard University have demonstrated that high-intensity interval exercises, a category in which the mountain climber fits perfectly, can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 40% in individuals at risk of developing type 2 diabetes. This improvement can be observed even before any significant weight loss. The beauty of this exercise lies in its ability to provide a metabolic afterburn effect, where your body continues consuming glucose at elevated rates for up to 24 hours after the workout. This phenomenon, technically known as EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, maximizes the benefits for your glucose metabolism. A mistake I see many people make is believing that only restrictive diets can control blood sugar levels. In fact, the combination of mindful eating with efficient exercises like the mountain climber creates a much more powerful synergy for metabolic health. Number 5. Preservation of muscle mass. After 50, the human body naturally begins to lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. This loss can reach 3 to 5% each decade, accelerating after 60. The mountain climber represents an extraordinary tool to combat this inevitable process of aging. When you perform the mountain climber, you're simultaneously engaging multiple muscle groups: quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, core, shoulders, and arms. This comprehensive muscle recruitment creates an anabolic stimulus, signaling to your body that this muscle mass is necessary and should be maintained. What makes this exercise particularly effective is that it combines elements of strength training and muscular endurance. Each repetition not only strengthens the muscle fibers, but also improves their ability to resist fatigue, a crucial aspect for day-to-day functionality. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends multi-joint exercises, like the mountain climber, specifically to combat sarcopenia. Studies show that people who practice these exercises regularly can not only slow down muscle loss, but effectively reverse part of it, regaining strength and functionality. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to science-based information is what will make you progress with long-term health in the world of bodybuilding. Benefit number 6. Cognitive stimulation. Something we rarely associate with physical exercise is the positive impact on brain health. The mountain climber not only strengthens your body, but also stimulates important neural connections, benefiting your cognitive functions in surprising ways. During the execution of the mountain climber, your brain needs to coordinate complex movements rhythmically and alternately between body hemispheres. This cross-movement pattern activates both cerebral hemispheres simultaneously, strengthening the corpus callosum, the structure that connects the two sides of the brain. Researchers from the University of Illinois discovered that exercises requiring bilateral coordination, like the mountain climber, can significantly improve mental processing speed and working memory. These benefits are particularly important after 50, when natural cognitive decline begins to manifest. The secret is in the increased cerebral blood flow that occurs during exercise. Each repetition of the mountain climber pumps more oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to the brain, stimulating the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that acts as fertilizer for new neurons and synaptic connections. A common mistake is underestimating the value of physical exercises for mental health. focusing only on intellectual activities like crossword puzzles or memory games. In fact, the combination of physical challenge and coordination that the mountain climber provides creates a much more complete cognitive stimulus. Number 7. Reduction of visceral fat. Visceral fat, that which accumulates around the abdominal organs, is particularly dangerous to health, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. After 50, there's a natural tendency to accumulate this fat, even in people who don't appear overweight. The mountain climber directly attacks this problem through a dual mechanism. First, it creates an intense metabolic stimulus that mobilizes body fat to be used as energy during and after exercise. Second, it intensely works the central region of the body, toning the deep abdominal muscles that help hold the internal organs in the proper position. What makes this exercise particularly effective for reducing visceral fat is its ability to elevate metabolism for up to 24 hours after the training session. It means that your body continues burning calories at an accelerated rate even when you're at rest. A study published in the International Journal of Obesity demonstrated that high-intensity interval exercises, like the mountain climber, are up to 3 times more effective for visceral fat reduction when compared to traditional moderate-intensity aerobic exercises, such as walking. A mistake I see many people make is believing they can focus fat loss in specific areas by doing exercises for that region. In fact, visceral fat reduction happens as part of a systemic process of body fat loss, which the mountain climber efficiently catalyzes. Number 8. Intense core strengthening. The core is not just your six-pack, it's a complex system of deep muscles that surround your spine and organs, providing stability and strength for all body movements. After 50, core strength becomes crucial for maintaining proper posture and preventing back pain, which affects more than 80% of people in this age group. The mountain climber is a true, complete workout for your core. During its execution, you maintain a modified plank position that intensely activates the deep abdominal muscles, obliques, and spinal erectors. Even more impressive is how the alternating movement of the legs creates controlled instability that forces these muscles to work even more intensely. The beauty of this exercise lies in how it trains the core functionally. Instead of isolating the abdominal muscles as in traditional sit-ups, the mountain climber teaches your core to stabilize the spine while the limbs are in motion, exactly as happens in real life when you walk, climb stairs, or get up from a chair. Researchers from the University of Waterloo, specialists in spinal biomechanics, identified that exercises that combine trunk stability with limb movement are the most effective for strengthening the deep stabilizing muscles, significantly reducing the risk of chronic lower back pain. A common mistake is performing the exercise with an excessively arched lower back or with the hips too elevated. This incorrect position not only reduces core work, but can also overload the lumbar spine. Maintain a straight line from shoulders to ankles to maximize the benefit. Number 9. Elevation of psychological well-being. It's no secret that physical exercise has a positive impact on mental health, but the mountain climber offers particular psychological benefits that make it especially valuable for people over 50, when issues such as anxiety, depression, and sleep disorders tend to become more prevalent. When you perform the mountain climber, your body releases a cascade of neurotransmitters that positively affect your mood. Endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, are released in significant quantity, providing that sense of well-being. What makes this exercise particularly effective for psychological well-being is its rhythmic component. The alternating movement of the legs creates a repetitive pattern that works almost like a moving meditation, calming the agitated mind and reducing ruminative thoughts that often fuel anxiety. A study published in the Journal of Psychiatric Research showed that moderate to high-intensity exercises, performed in short intervals like the mountain climber, can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression by up to 25% after 8 weeks of regular practice, being as effective as some pharmacological interventions, but without side effects. The sense of mastery and progression that comes with regular practice also strengthens self-esteem and confidence, psychological aspects that can be negatively affected during the aging process, when many people begin to feel physical limitations they didn't experience before. Number 10. Improved balance and coordination. The decline in balance and motor coordination is one of the most concerning aspects of aging, being the main cause of falls in people over 65. The statistics are alarming. 1 in 4 people in this age group suffers falls annually, and these are responsible for 95% of hip fractures. The mountain climber works as a complete training for the systems that control your balance. During its execution, you are constantly transferring weight from one side to another while maintaining trunk stability. This movement pattern challenges your proprioceptive system, the sensors in muscles, tendons, and joints that inform the brain about the body's position in space. What makes this exercise particularly valuable is how it integrates multiple aspects of balance: muscle strength, proprioception, bilateral coordination, and core stability. Unlike isolated balance exercises, the mountain climber trains all these components simultaneously, creating neuromotor adaptations that directly transfer to real-life situations. Researchers from the National Institute on Aging found that multi-component exercises like the mountain climber can reduce the risk of falls by up to 35% in older adults, being more effective than programs focused only on strengthening or only on static balance. A common mistake is believing that balance is a fixed capacity that inevitably deteriorates with age. In fact, just like muscle strength, balance can be trained and improved at any age, as long as the appropriate stimuli are consistently applied. Now that we know all the amazing benefits, let's see exactly how to perform the mountain climber correctly. The mountain climber is one of the most democratic exercises that exist. No matter your current fitness level, it can be adapted for you. Let's go to the perfect execution. Start in a high plank position, with hands aligned below the shoulders and arms extended. Your body should form a straight line from shoulders to ankles. Distribute weight evenly between hands and the tips of your toes. From this stable position, bring one knee toward your chest, keeping the other foot on the ground. The movement should be controlled without shaking the hips. Return the foot to the starting position and immediately alternate to the other side, bringing the opposite knee to the chest. Continue alternating legs in a fluid and continuous movement. The secret that few know lies in the stability of the core and shoulders. Keep your abdomen contracted throughout the exercise, as if you were preparing to receive a punch. This protects your lower back and maximizes the work of the abdominal muscles. Your shoulders should remain firm, without swinging or elevating toward the ears. The most common mistakes include elevating the hips, forming an inverted V with the body, letting the lower back sag, creating excessive curvature, or moving only the feet without really bringing the knees toward the chest. Another frequent mistake is allowing the neck to drop, overloading the cervical region. Keep your gaze directed slightly forward, as if you were looking at a point on the ground about 12 inches ahead of your hands. If you are a beginner, start with 10 to 15 seconds at a time, rest 45 seconds, and repeat for 3 sets. As you progress, first increase the execution time to 30 seconds, then reduce rest intervals to 30 seconds. An advanced practitioner can perform 45 to 60 seconds of mountain climber with only 15 to 20 seconds of rest between sets. If you liked this and also want to discover 4 chest exercises that you should avoid after 40 and 4 safer substitutes, we have a video appearing right now on the screen showing each one better. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.